Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, and I feel like I'm kind of ahead of the curve because it's 6:10 and I'm ready to work out, which means I'm just ahead of schedule, which is always feels good to be ahead of schedule. The key is, can you stay ahead of schedule? It's very easy to bleed off the few extra minutes that you've gained. So it's return to the work week. Today is a regular day. There's nothing special, no cool narratives or plot lines or storylines. It's just another day in the life. Excuse me. I am going to work out this morning. I haven't covered it in a little while, but my pre-workout is essentially, 4 to 6 ounces of water, and then I put amino energy in there, which actually this will probably be the last bottle I use of this, just because it's pretty expensive. It's like 30-40 bucks for a tub, and they go relatively fast, and more than anything it's just an extra shot of caffeine. This does have some BCAAs in it, but the benefit of those is probably marginal compared to just the level of caffeine you get. I would say in most cases the benefit people feel from pre-workout is 90% driven from the level of caffeine that is in the product. Some people might disagree with me, but I just haven't seen enough research to support any of the other ingredients that are typically included in this or pre-workout drinks, that they're significantly that beneficial for most people's goals, which are to look better, be stronger, perform better, etc., etc. The other supplement I take is creatine monohydrate. Creatine, probably if you've hung around the health and fitness space enough time, then you probably know what I'm talking about. You probably know what creatine monohydrate is. There's like 2 or 3 different types of creatine. There's creatine monohydrate, creatine something phosphate, creatine, I can't even remember the 3, but this is kind of the most common. This is what's used in all the literature and all the studies, and it's literally, this supplement is probably the most researched supplement in the history of the world, and about 95% of people that I would say probably about 95% of the general population, based on current literature, can derive some kind of benefit through supplementation of creatine monohydrate. That's primarily going to be just better performance in terms of strength and workload. You're just going to be able to lift more often, which the idea being that then that drives better physique gains, better overall performance, etc., because your training in the gym is more productive. That's the whole idea behind it. I take 5 grams right before I lift and call it good. There's a lot of people who will, if you go to any GNC and you ask to buy this kind of this supplement, they're going to talk to you about all the different kinds and how you should load it and how you should cycle it, and really daily supplementation is perfectly fine. And there's actually some recent literature that shows that daily supplementation of creatine may daily supplementation of creatine may be warranted in terms of longevity instead of performance, meaning that it's really beneficial just for your overall health and wellness versus it being like a purely sports performance kind of supplement, which is typically how a lot of people think of it. The other great thing about this supplement is it works for most people. Most people can derive a benefit from it, are going to see gains from it. It's also super inexpensive. I mean, this is like a 2-pound tub. 5 grams will last you quite a while, almost 3 months. And if you're taking 5 grams a day. And yeah. It's just a good all-around supplement. Yeah, so that's my pre-workout. I haven't gone through that in a while. Today is, today is kind of one of those days that's in between my main days of kind of intense workouts, I would say. Today is more of like a conditioning and mobility day. So I'm gonna drink my pre-workout, I'm gonna do my conditioning, and I'm gonna work on my mobility. And then wait for Cal to get up. So he should be up really any time now. And then Sam will come over and it'll be a great morning.
There's a keyhole on this one thing. All that I can reach, almost like if I stand on my tippy toes, all of the 8 seats on the Citation X.
Okay, I'm getting ready to do some mobility work. I'm getting ready to actually do a 90-90 stretch for my hips. And since I'm getting ready to do this, I thought I would give you guys kind of like the thing you can do to make your stretching and mobility work just like that much more effective, and to also translate it into actual range of motion that you can then use in the real world. So it's not just transient, I guess. Meaning you feel great after you stretch, and then by the end of the day you still feel tight and you feel like you don't have the range of motion you want. It's really simple. You get into your stretch, you hold the stretch. Most people don't hold it long enough. You need at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes or plus to really make true lasting change. Okay, then you need to follow up your stretch, your 2-minute stretch, and submit that range of motion by actually neurologically innervating the tissue in that position, making it actually move. So you get into your stretch position, you hold it for 2 minutes, then you actively contract in or away from the stretch. So if you're doing like a hamstring stretch, you would be pushing your legs against the floor, like you're trying to actually make your hamstrings contract for 20 seconds, as hard as you can. You ramp up and you go as hard as you can for the full 20 seconds. Then you reverse it, so you're actually actively pulling yourself into the stretch for 20 seconds. Then relax and repeat, say a couple sets in each position. It sounds really simple, it's actually really difficult to do. It's a lot more intense than it sounds. If you want like a full tutorial of it, go to my other channel, freeborntrainingsystems.com. I have a whole video how to really improve your mobility. Watch that video, it takes you through it from start to finish. Okay, I'm gonna get back to my mobility work. Sam, it's okay. Your dad will be back, buddy. Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Similar threats have been made for New York City.
I'm a fan of Casey Neistat. I love his videos. Actually, that's probably like the first time watching his videos was the first time I ever even considered doing a vlog. So like huge inspiration for like this. And then piggybacking off of Casey was on to Gary Vee. And that's really what like drove me to finally start it. Mainly for the documentation reason. Like I want to be able to recall and show my kids what's going on in my life, or my grandkids or my grandkids' kids. But that's a whole nother tangent. The reason why I bring this up is I watch his videos like almost every day. And the main reason I do that is because for some weird reason, watching his videos, like it makes me want to create. It makes me want to do stuff. It inspires me. It motivates me. And like, granted, they're old videos and some of them I've seen before, but I don't know. There's just something about the energy through his videos. And I think that's probably why a lot of other people like to watch him. I'm sure he's entertaining, he's funny, he has some really interesting things on his vlog. But I think it's just like his energy bubbles through the video to you in a way. Okay, I gotta go get ready instead of talking about why I watch YouTube. Look at my pat. Hey Kyler. What are you doing? You happy this morning? So small. Are you happy?
Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
Bye,
I just
Sam.
wanna feel alive.
Love you.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break.
All right, it's time for work. I do want to call out something that I have been, I don't know, thinking about. Like so far working in a professional setting. I mean, I guess I've always worked in professional settings, but working for like a large corporation. And then also tying that into like what I see in the media is that like my generation, millennials, which the year I was born falls like at the very end of the millennial generation and the beginning, I believe, of Gen Z. But irregardless, everyone like that's like younger than 25, or maybe from like 25, from younger than 30, gets such a bad rap. And I'm not really sure why that is. I think part of it's just, I think that's what every older generation does, is they make the generation that follows them seem to be inferior to them. But you know, me and my brother and sister-in-law, my sister and my wife, we were at my mom's house this weekend. We were watching a movie called The Help. And if you've seen it, you're familiar, but basically it's kind of about the lives of servants, black servants in white households. I don't know the time period, but I'm guessing it was like 50s, 60s, 70s. And what we thought was so funny is that these older generations, like, they thought it was okay to treat black people badly. They thought it was okay to segregate them. They thought it was okay to call them bad words. Those older generations thought it was acceptable to strike your wife, be in a domestic setting. Like, there are all these things in history that these previous generations allowed and signed up for. How is my generation so fucked up? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Just a thought, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna go to work.
Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
All right, work's over. It's 5:13. Time to get on the way home. Today was good. It was, you know, work was productive. Work's work. One thing I am really like, it helps build momentum, and I'm happy about, was I got back to publishing content on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat throughout the day today. So I put stuff on my Snapchat story, I put stuff on my Instagram story, I put stuff on my Instagram feed, I put stuff on my Facebook page. And that may not seem like a big deal, but it really is, because I mean, so many people spend, if you're looking for customers, that's where a lot of your customers' attention is. So by putting content out, one, it increases the chance of getting in front of them. I think it increases the awareness they have around you, especially if you're a business or you're trying to sell a service or a product. The more you share the more you share valuable stuff, what people deem valuable, the more likely they are to associate your personal brand or identity with that thing, and then when they have a need related to that, they're more likely to think of you. So my thing is fitness, so the more stuff I share around fitness, the more I position myself as an expert relating to fitness. I feel like the more likely people are going to think of, hey, maybe I'll talk to Steven when they need, an exercise program or a workout or nutrition advice, etc., etc. So I think it's important to keep showing up there, but you have to show up there regularly and consistently, which is what I've been bad at lately. I'm usually really good at it. I mean, I have so much content out there, so many Instagram posts, so much YouTube videos. There's so much I've put out consistently for 5-6 years now. It's just the last year and the last couple months, I just haven't been super consistent with balancing kids and the day job. Really, it's not so much the kids, because in the mornings and the evenings, I'm really good about posting stuff, but that's because I'm free. I'm not at work. It's during the work day, during that like 8 to 5 o'clock period, where I don't want to go silent for a whole block of time. I want to be able to at least put out like one post or one story or something, because I know people are checking their shit in the middle of the day. I know they are, because I do. So I feel like I need to keep showing up throughout their day, and that gives you more. I feel like posting more often gives you more chances to show up in people's feed. Anyways, I'm proud of that. Work was productive. Gonna head home, see the family, and I'm listening to let's see. I don't know if you guys are ever interested. I have my AirPods in a lot, so maybe you guys are wondering what I listen to. Right now I'm listening to the Tim Ferriss Show, which is a really good podcast. I've listened to it since episode 1. This episode is an interview with Michael Pollan, which he's an author, and I know him from writing books about food. Basically, he's written some different things like In Defense of Food, and there's 2 others, and I think I've read 2 of the 3 he's written related to food. But this one is, and actually there's Netflix. Is it Cooked? I think it's Cooked or Cooking or something related to cooking that Netflix turned into a series, which was really good. But it's based on a book, which was also really good. But I guess he's writing a new book about psychedelics, so that's what the interview's about. All right, I'm gonna drive home.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. Oh no, nothing can break me.
Mama's got the food.
Try not to hold
What are you
me
doing,
down.
mister?
Feel alive when
Mister?
I'm in this town.
You're getting awful
Look
big.
at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars.
Mama cooked
Nothing
it too
can
much.
break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
Hi, you got blow on it. You got blow on it. Good job, buddy. Oh, you want to go outside?
Stars, I wanna
Yeah.
drive a faster car. I'm
Okay,
gonna
let's
be
go.
myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm
gonna play
be
outside?
someone else. I'm gonna skip
Gotta
my
be on the
breaks.
lookout for
I'm
wasps.
gonna make mistakes. I'm
You wanna
gonna
play with the
skip
drone?
my breaks. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make
Where is it?
mistakes. I'm gonna be
Where is it?
myself. I'm gonna be someone
here?
else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna skip my
We
breaks.
gotta get
I'm
the
gonna
camera.
make
Hey,
mistakes.
we gotta get the camera to put there.
Not to hold me
Put the camera
down.
there.
Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold
be
me
careful.
down. Feel alive when
Drop
I'm
the
in
control.
this town.
Huh? Thanks, buddy. Cal likes playing with the drone after work. I like that. Cal, we gonna launch the drone? Yeah? He's excited. You ready? You ready?
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Watch it.
Lay my troubles to rest.
Flying to a safe
Blow
height.
the smoke through my cigarette.
Whoa.
City
flying
lights
away.
on fire.
Say bye-bye,
This is my
drone.
time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna.
Okay, so it's way too late, and I've stayed up way too late. Basically watching Gary Vaynerchuk and editing videos, but I feel productive. I'm working to get completely caught up on my vlog, so I try to post 2 days behind is what I try to keep my schedule at. So if today is the 7th of May, then I will post the 5th of May today, and then that gives me enough time to just, even if I do get behind, I can easily get caught back up. Like say one day I don't edit a video, the next day I can edit 2 and still get back on track, as far as my vlogs go. So I just basically got caught up, so that's good. So I was productive, and I made some content for tomorrow for Freeborn Training Systems. So yeah, it's a good thing. Real quick before I go to bed, in case you guys are ever wondering what the heck Freeborn Training Systems does, Freeborn Training Systems is basically my online coaching business. So I help people with nutrition and training. I do things such as simple as 4-week custom exercise program, kind of like a one-off product, and I do everything as involved as like month to month individualized nutrition and training, which is basically weekly check-ins, custom training program, custom diet to fit your goals, just kind of like your one-stop shop health, wellness, fitness concierge, basically, all via distance. So that's what Freeborn Training Systems is. So if you're ever interested in something like that, please reach out to me. We can talk about it. I'm always looking for new business, so hit me up. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning.